back. So, what we'd like to do this afternoon is just to talk. To talk with you, or you to talk with us. No, both of us to talk. So that's exactly what we like to do. Because we expected to get some questions or some issues that you might have needed in Eastern Africa to respond to or to work on, but I guess we were very busy with the program that we didn't get time to do so. But now we have that time to fully engage. For the next 1 hour will be engaging discussions, cross-cutting issues that we might have learned during the conference, or just anything geospatial. Because again, in the congregation, we also have experts from all sectors. You talk of academia, you talk of different industries, the policymakers, and many others. Before we really kick it off, already I'll be talking, I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Tobias Giano, who is the CEO, if I get it wrong, you're correct, for Kotek as a gold sponsor. He was not in the first day. Just to like him to just say a word of hi in the next few seconds or minutes.
Thanks so much, Clifford and Esri team. I know you had a long day since Wednesday, so basically today I don't want to make any speech. I know you had a lot from Eric Ngumi on Wednesday, and basically I want to thank everyone for coming. And for us as Kotek, we are seeing a lot of opportunity in terms of system integrations and basically all the solutions that Esri is offering, and especially in Africa, we are seeing a lot of opportunity, and we have a challenge in terms of making those challenges happen by providing solutions that can be able to help Africa. From my experience, we've learned that although there are systems that work in Europe and US, but the environment is not totally different. So what we're doing as Kotek is basically trying to use those best processes and systems in developed countries and apply them in developing countries. Kenya being one of them. Apparently in Africa, we're realizing that Kenya is a little bit ahead in terms of uptake of technology. And apparently what works in Kenya works in Uganda, Tanzania, Cote d'Ivoire. Sometimes the only difference is just the language, but the environment is normally the same. So as IT providers or solution providers, we have a challenge to make sure that we develop systems and solutions that can be able to solve African problems. Otherwise, thank you so much, and I really appreciate the whole event. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Tobias. Well, I think what I would like to talk about briefly is just to remind you of our commitments to work with you or to serve you better. We provide a lot of solutions to all of you, irrespective of the industries that you work on, in mapping, utilities, natural resources, which I think might have been a pioneer industry in the use of these technologies, the military, or security in general. And one important thing to mention is our dedicated staff to work on your solutions or to develop your solutions. So engage us, and we are willing to work with you right from identifying your needs, looking at your systems, helping you draw that dream so that you could visualize it and also work on its realization. So it's not an issue of, yes, we need you to buy a license, you get your money, and that's it. It's an issue of how do we work together in transforming the organization from where it is to where it should be with the best practices. At the end of the day, once you are successful, all of us are successful. We live in the same environment. If you are serving the country, it means you are also part of the same country that you are serving. So if you provide you with the best solution, then we are also very sure that the services that you're delivering are also benefiting us. So we are committing to work on that. So take advantage of that, take advantage of us in that line, and I mean, get in touch with us anytime through whichever media that's available nowadays. Guys like talking through the cloud services than the physical services, which again is a very interesting thing. And I'm not sure how you look at it, but I find it strange that people like using WhatsApp than a call, but both of them you spend money. So I'm not sure why. But well, whichever mode that works for you, it's okay with us. Another thing that we've also realized that is also powerful is partnership. It's very hard to find one-stop shop organizations for all your solutions needs. And as a company, we've realized that, and we work with a lot of companies, starting with those who are in the exhibition area or our sponsors, and many others. So you talk of, you need utilities, electric utility solutions. Maybe you're working with SCADAs or PI systems, or you're integrating with ERPs and many other systems. You might not get all those in GIS, but yes, we work with partners and we work in integrating all this to work together for you. So partnership is very important, and even if you look at governments, nowadays people talk of public-private partnership, and also there is partnership with other entities, the donors, the other service providers, other ministries, other departments, and all that. So you can't do it alone, and it's important to do it together. I'm not sure of the other thing that I've forgotten, but I would like to pass it on to the next person before we engage you.
Thank you, Clifford. So when it comes to training and services, I think some of the attempts we've made this year, and we intend to continue, is to make training and services more accessible to our customers within the region. So we've been trying to come up with different packages which at least allows most of you to be able to come for training either at our training center or within your respective countries. So starting next year, we'll be having an Advantage program, which now gives more access. So you can either come for training to learn our standard courses, or you can be flexible to have it in terms of on-the-job knowledge transfer or training workshops and so on. Because beyond you accessing our software, we'd like for you to be able to take full advantage of it. And the best starting point is if you are well trained on how to optimize your use of the technology. So we will have that within Kenya. We intend to have more training sessions in Uganda, in Tanzania, and in Ethiopia. We intend to work with our partners to come up also with different ways of supporting you, to just give you that knowledge that you require to be able to access the information we need. And we will try to make our webinars to be as frequent as possible, because for most of you can't really make it to some of our training venues and so on. For the services, we also intend to give more support to our customers. So other than just leaving you to do most of the work alone, we will definitely be more involved. We will help you walk through some of the difficult workflows you need to work through once you integrate GIS into your organization. So yes, our intention is to support you more and to have you well equipped to implement our technology. Thank you.
Thanks, Bobby. And when it comes to business development, or what most of you refer to as sales, we have now an able sales team that is able to assist each and every organization, and we are extending all these capabilities to even our partners and also our physical presence in all these countries. For example, our customers in Ethiopia, we have now 3 partners. That is ISS, Geomark, and Panafric. And for all these partners who are working in different sectors, be it in land administration, be it in education, commercial, we have segmented this, and this information will be disseminated to you, which partner is best placed to assist you. The composition of the teams in terms of customer support, we expect these partners to be able to reach to you each and every time. We are also trying to come up with a customer support line for these clients, direct for technical support and for any customer inquiry in respective countries. And when you come to Uganda, we are extending our capabilities, not only being supported by our account managers and account executives from the Nairobi office, but also the physical presence of our partner, that is GIC, in Uganda. And we expect that some extendable capabilities will be done from these partners. In Tanzania, for ease of operation, we have our Tanzania Arusha office, and we also have our physical presence in Dar es Salaam. For that is at Mungo Plaza, and we have our officers placed there, and also we have a partner that is InfoBridge. And in Kenya, our offices are open, and we have a customer support line 24/7. And for every industry, we have a dedicated team. For example, for natural resources, we have an account manager, we have an account executive, and all these people are there to assist you in terms of scoping solutions, any inquiries that you want to make on extending your capabilities with the use of our platform. All these people are within your reach. So if you have any question regarding our product offering, any new updates that have come with our technology, we are there to assist you, and we are there to build the relationship and assist you to move your organizations to the next level. Thank you.
Mine is to thank you for coming. We call this a user conference, and all of you are users. I believe you will not go as you came. You have exchanged knowledge, seen practical usage of the solutions, made new friends and new networks. And it's even more exciting to see these solutions being used in our political arena, like our key speaker today, Dr. Otichino, in the constituency, Professor Wanywere at the university is making a big impact in the universities and in general life. As you saw on Wednesday, the president of Esri saying this technology needs to go right even to the kids. And we're saying kids in New York or Washington is no different from kids in our African context where we are. So we are encouraged and excited to see this technology becoming part of our everyday life. As I also mentioned, we had delegates from Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and even from Esri International, all because we are thirsting for knowledge, and that knowledge, I believe, we will have gained. And as we reach the end of this session, and we look forward to seeing you again next year, which we will make that announcement as we close. We are still talking, I'm not giving the last remarks yet.
Hear from you. For questions, issues that really are troubling with you in Esri and Eastern Africa, or general, specific or general issues around. Yes. And then of course we'll have some slides to show something at the end of it. So I guess there's some guys who will be moving the mics into the room. We're starting with Prof.
Good afternoon, everyone. I must say that personally I'm privileged to have been working with Esri for the last bit of my life, but more so since 2013. I was first introduced to GIS, can I say which days it was? 1988, when Dr. Fichilo was at the DRS, I think, at that time. And I've never looked back. What I wanted to mention is that having been in that area, we at the institutions did not really have real power in terms of what the tools can help us in terms of doing research and in terms of implementing projects and so on, because we really didn't have it. We have pieces and pieces here and pieces and pieces there, and I think it cuts across all the institutions, even of government. We talk of having GIS platforms in our institutions, but when you try to look at what is really going on, then you find that there is nothing really GIS going on. And therefore, we are not really creating impact by providing information, which I was talking about, and creating impact, the impact he was also talking about. So, I must confess that in the last while, because the site license was availed to Kenyatta University, and then there was the spirit of championing the use of that site license, then what has happened is that it has created real transformation amongst the student and the staff population in the university in terms of using them to do actual research and demonstrate that they have a product. Because it's also not useful to have the GIS and you cannot demonstrate what product it has helped you to achieve or what change it has helped you to achieve in your work environment. So mine is then to appeal to us that these opportunities or tools or networks that are available, we make full use of them to really actually cause a real change in our countries, because our countries seem to be going in circles and in cycles of challenges and so on. And some of these challenges can be easily demonstrated and revealed and solved through utilization of many of the data sets that are available. I was in Kampala last week as a conference, and there are hundreds and I mean, I don't know what they say data, big data. They talk of big data. There's big data, and the companies are now releasing this big data, which is archived to them, but which is actually very new for us. And since we have partners, institutions, and so on, who are willing to expose us to these data sets, I know Okas is here. Trembo was talking to us early in the morning, and so on. They are really willing to empower us to use these tools to the full maximum. We need now to have a network that is able to do that, and I think some of you have joined the GIS network Clifford is running. And let us encourage one another and also push one another. If we don't push one another and we don't encourage one another, I don't think we'll go far. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you, Prof. I can see Martin has a question or a comment.
Yes, I have a comment. First of all, I want to thank you for organizing this conference and bringing us all together. It was a great experience. I also like that Esri has developed some really great software tools, and I personally like using them. And it's also always very helpful that all the tools are very well documented in the internet. So mostly I don't even need support because I can find all the support online. But what I criticize is that you are not transparent with your licensing. And I think this is what's disturbing many people. First of all, you don't find any prices online on your website. And it's often also not clear if tools are valid for 1 year, for forever, or for how long, and if you need to be a maintenance or not. So there are many challenges when it comes to licensing, and I wish you could be more transparent and even publish prices and conditions online so that people who make decisions on procurement, for example, that they can inform themselves before and buy the tools which maybe have the best value for money for them. Thank you.
Great. We can pick another one before you respond. Could see next one.
My name is Kasoro from Royal Uganda. I thank Esri for the wonderful workshop conference. It has been insightful. We've learned so much. My point is on training. For Uganda case, most of the training is customized. The data is of USA, Canada, even the workbooks. They are based on USA data. So my request is that on training, if they can customize all of these maybe to Ugandan data, or my company data, or something in that line. Thank you.
Great. One more before we respond.
My name is John Esther, and for me it's not really a question, it's just maybe an addition to the softwares, because all of your softwares are seeming to be, they're online, yes, and I get it, but some of them, like the corrector is to be online all the time, now it's offline a little bit. Now, you have an interesting software, the story maps, but you go somewhere in Saburo and the network is like Edge, and you have a very nice story map and you can no longer access it. That would, I don't know what that would happen, but it would be very good if I can be able to run that story map, even if I have to go like after 2 days, go back online after 2 days, so that I can work with it again. It would be very good for me to access it offline, at least for a while.
Let's start with the question at the front group.
On the training, I believe this is a concern that has been expressed by many of the people who come for training, for our training, where they say that the content we use is not local content, and we have made attempts to localize the content so that for each country we use data that is local to that particular country. We will need help from some of our users because we don't have all the data that is as exhaustive as the data we use from the US. So definitely we are looking for content from our users because some of the things, the way the lessons have been structured, we need data that is flexible and data that we can exhaust its potential. So definitely if we can get data from Uganda and from Ethiopia and Tanzania, we'll be able to do that. For Kenya, we've had some of our clients giving us data that we could just add into our content. But we also have options for customizing courses. Like if you have, if you're tied to a particular organization or industry, you can just customize the content itself to be to fit your work. So once again, if you would like to have customized training, we'll be able to support that area. Thank you.
Well, online content, Jonesta being in Samburu and all that, I guess this is a challenge on the infrastructure that we have vis-a-vis the developments in the ICT that we are experiencing. So we are seeing a lot of stuff taken to the cloud and people needing to work online and all that. But the good thing is that there are 3 deployment options of ArcGIS as a platform that I believe was in one of the slides that we had. So there's a cloud deployment, there's also on-premise deployment, which means everything as is in the cloud you would still do on your premise, and of course a hybrid of both. So if you're talking about story maps and you look at all the templates, apart from just using them online as is, there's also an option of downloading and deploying everything on your servers or on your laptop, and so you are capable of using them wherever you are. Also, another interesting component of the portal, or another version of the portal that we have called the portal for ArcGIS is fully implemented on the premise. So on your servers, be it you're running Linux or Windows. And so that could help you if it's an organization that cloud, no. Of course, there are those organizations that anything going to the cloud is a no, which is okay. It depends with your policies and all that. So you could have everything on your premise. And so when you're working with your collector, story maps, and all the other apps, then you're able to pull it from your own server and not from the cloud. Again, I expect, though it might not happen overnight, that the network coverages, be it GSM or just the fiber, to be all over, but it's a process. It also requires investment from the government and all that to have all this happen, and other investors. But we see a future where we'll be all in our one connected world in the nearest future.
I'll take the first question, the one about licensing. As a technology company, you first is to bite the bullet. Is our licensing complex? It's a fair assessment, yes, it's fairly complex. And in our defense, most technology companies have very complex licensing models. The reason is, let me help explain why. The reason is, as technology improves, you come out with bigger and better versions or capabilities. Let me use that word. So you come up with bigger and better capabilities of your technology. You improve it in some way. So as you continue to improve your technology, you have to find a way to avail that improvement to your users. And over the years, after some time, it can get a bit more complex than you want it to be. So we have that. I guess it's a challenge to us to simplify it, and that's something I think we can take up and look into. How can we simplify our licensing model so that it's easier for people to understand? Now, having said that, then now you understand why you can't just publish your pricing online, because I mean, if I give you pricing and you don't understand it, then it's kind of self-defeating. The last thing we want is for you to make decisions on particular licensing model without us being able to walk you through what each licensing model means, so that you don't miss something. If we were to just put a price out there, you come back and say, okay, I would like 3 licenses of collector, and then I have to tell you, okay, well, really, you can't buy 3 licenses of collector. It's tied to buying 3 licenses of desktop, and then we'll have this back and forth going, why did you say that on the website? And so it's very confusing. So there are efforts in that direction. So watch this space. By next year, we should have a simpler, more straightforward licensing model for you that is easy to understand. And then maybe the next step will be the pricing. But honestly, the pricing has to be tied to having a simpler licensing model, so that it's easy for you to understand and consume. I think
Some three more.
Some three more questions. You could see from the other corner, the professor at the back. So this guy is passing the mic around and disappeared. So let's start from you, then the professor down there.
Good afternoon. Okay, I'm Koros Hillary, student in National University, pursuing bachelor's in GIS. Okay, first of all, I will talk in 2 phases. Okay, in terms of comments and also issues. One, I will talk on behalf of our dean, who is not around, Dr. Kola, who appreciates the functions. Now, oh, he's already there. Nice. Okay, maybe you'll talk his part now. Let me talk my part of students. Now, for students, I'll talk the parts of licensing. We wish also that after our internships as students, usually maybe you want to pursue your own projects and the rest. But we wish that also you subsidize maybe the prices and the rest. Now, we have an online training course with Esri. That is, if those people who are aware, we call it OOC. I hope you are aware. Now, we wish that the same. We wish also the same that you will now, most of the data that we are using online are from, like, we are being told we model in US, we are modeling the rest, but we wish also in future you incorporate data from our own, like, within countries and the rest. Finally, I want to wish to give you a challenge as Esri that in future cooperate like universities that offers bachelor's degrees in all these courses, so that we have showcase our skills in terms of competition and the rest. Thank you.
Great. Prof could go ahead. I guess you have a professor's voice.
I do. Yeah, we did collaborate in saying the same thing, but it's more or less the same. First of all, I would like to thank Esri for organizing the conference. It has had a bigger impact on our side, Kisumu City, and more so to our university. We are proud that we are the only university on the equator on this part of the world. We don't have any other. And it is in our university where each and every program is with IT. And this is also what led us to initiate the program on GIS. And I would like to thank you, first of all, again, for giving our students the opportunity to come and attend the conference. And again, also to show us some good signs, because behind the doors, you've done us 1 or 2 good things which will save us. I would request that, if possible, just the way Prof has said, if there is an opportunity, then we also get that chance of having that site license. Because in this region, I think it's only Maseno that's offering this course, and we have several professionals, surveyors, planners, that we are training even over weekends. And we have some programs in e-learning, where if we incorporate GIS component, then I know we reach the majority and also fulfill the need or the major aim of this software or GIS. So I know we had talked with you briefly. I know we'll still talk more, but I'm placing that request to you again, that if possible you also fall into Prof. Rocket, so that we also have a larger impact in this region. Thank you.
Third one? The last?
That's a comment on that.
Okay. Give the prof as you listen to this.
I was going to suggest that there are a number of questions that have come, that the examples or the products you use be based more on local products or local information. I think we have institutions in the region, and in particular I had the RCMRD in mind. RCMRD has a lot of examples. There is a question of what we really want for our country. They have a responsibility for the region, and therefore they have a responsibility of also providing training in achieving that capacity to use the various data sets that they have access to and they have for the region. And in my opinion, it would be very interesting to have a living partnership with them, so that they see how this data can also be propagated either through your systems or whatever. I think, and they are here, they can also talk on their behalf.
There was the last question at the back.
Okay, mine is not a question, but just to thank all of you, the rest of the community, and any other person that has been into this place. But the other Kisumu County are not free to take up with I think he has some commitment to the office, and I want to appreciate all of you for coming. Please welcome again to the next year. Thank you.
Massive online course. Yeah, so I think those of us who have been in contact with us this year know that we have been really marketing this and looking for Dr. Mbeki as my number one fan on MOOCs. So we've really been pushing this, and thank you for participating, because it sounds like we did this year. And we are looking to offer more of them, and obviously it's tied to the same comment, looking at having local content available, having such programs run locally. So you'll continue to see us make improvements in that area, as you've seen this year. Your next question was about pricing. There is special pricing for students. So there is. So just see us. It's there. I don't know how I can make that. Yeah. So if you're a student, your pricing is definitely different from a non-student. And site license for Maseno, or collaborating with universities which teach GIS courses. That's in our dream. All the people sitting here went through Kenyan University that teaches GIS or geomatics or surveying, and I don't know whether it's appropriate to write another bullet, but those very departments that taught us seem to be the most resistant to change. Can I say that? So you meet Prof. Plenary, he's very open, he's very happy to do it. You work with him? Ama? Yes. You work with the willing. So if my alma mater, University of Nairobi, has said, okay, if you drag your feet, then utakuwa mwisho. That's the way it works. But now that Prof has volunteered Maseno, now we can move forward in Maseno. And any other university. So if you're here carrying your university, if you're here from a university, we are ready to work with you. But you know you cannot force a marriage. Right? We want you to also appreciate it, want to work with us, so that we can go together. Yeah, and just to soften all the University of Nairobi people. When do the 15th of November.
This month.
15th of this month, they have finally called us in the VC's office to do us a present. So maybe kuchelewa sio. Right. Which we have?
As he's setting up to show something on the slides, another issue that he raised of student support, and I wish one of the students from KU would have talked about that. Well, we are always more than willing to work with students, just as he said, just to add something on top of it. I love it that in our conferences for the last 3 years, we are seeing students presenting some stuff. There was one student who presented a paper in this conference, and that was great. And I guess he got very nice challenges that she takes forward, maybe for her master's or whichever degree. And also in the map gallery, there are a lot of students who are showing stuff, and that is the spirit that we need, and to work with them to support you in what you're doing. And together with the internship program, internship for attachment program that we do have for students. Of course, we can't take all students. So we have 4 intakes for internship and attachment, and there's just a limited number that we take per the intake. So, but we try as much as, we are committed to work with you, and we try as much as possible. And I believe with time, you'll get to understand this as we go ahead. So do not hesitate to get in touch with us. And we do not only support the students, even you at your workplace. When you're working on a project or something and you need our assistance, we are always happy to work with you in this. So, and that's our work. Yes. Right. So, 2 things have been reminded of. So, each and every year, we have education user conference. This year we just held it in Addis Ababa last month. Last month, but one in September. And next year we'll be having one in Nairobi University. Yeah, so we have that at least to bring students together to see what they're doing, very fantastic stuff. And so we have that because of that need to help the students, the upcoming professionals. At the same time, we do have GS days that we support also the universities and the institutions who organizes this. And like this year, it will be on 16th of November, this month. And so far, we have like more than 10 requests to support. And again, we'll be having a grand GS day at Kenyatta University. Thanks to Professor Nywere and the team for hosting this. So all these are forums that we try to support all of us, more so the upcoming professionals. And this is really very, very important. We've been doing it more so in Kenya, but this year we also got requests for Addis Ababa and Uganda, Arbi University in Tanzania. So it's something we do, and we are willing to do it more. So that's it. So I think we'll change gears a bit to see something on the slides as we move on. Think of something as we proceed.
Thank you. Checking on time. Okay, we are good. Now we want to just acknowledge a few people. organizations. Okay, first thing, Esri Rwanda, our colleagues from Esri Rwanda, please stand wherever you are. They've been in the house, and we appreciate them coming all the way to join with us. And I believe they are also they've also enjoyed the experience. But let me not speak on their behalf.
I'm called Sandra Ndu. I'm a Kenyan, but Rwanda needed me more, so I'm currently working in Esri Rwanda, and we are glad to have come and see the technology being implemented in various sectors, and perhaps maybe we need to talk to Esri Eastern Africa that perhaps we could also come to Rwanda and really benchmark there. They're really ahead in terms of technology, and which is something that I'm happy to see our MP really advocating for the use of the technology in his constituency, because I believe that as long as we have the right leaders who are very passionate about the technology, then it also impacts a lot on everyone. So once again, thank you, Esri Eastern Africa, for this opportunity. And yeah, receive greetings from Rwanda. Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's the second challenge of the week from Rwanda. That we need to be serious. They've even taken one of our own. Now, next up, okay, fine. Before we go to the other recognitions, we've been here for 3 days and we've really done some damage. I was given some statistics here to share with you. We've taken 1,050 cups of tea, 150 local beers. Now I don't know what local means. I thought it was just 150 beers, but because local can be jet fuel, changa, you know. I'm not sure why the word local is here. 20 liters of juice, oh my boss, and 100 liters of water. That's little, eh? Sounds it's probably more. This per day? Maybe this is per day. All right. We also want to thank our sponsors. We had 9 sponsors with us this year. We want to thank them for that. Our average attendance, not total, average attendance has been 165 over the last 3 days. So clap for yourselves for turning out. And we had very many countries represented. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 countries represented. Kenya being the majority, unfortunately. Okay. 14% from Uganda. Hey, Ugandans. Our brothers from across the border. Ethiopia and Rwanda at 4% each. Tanzania at 2%. And then France, UAE, India, Lebanon, South Africa, Germany at 1% each. Twitter trends. By the way, who won? Victor, who won the Twitter thing? We had 165 posts. Posts of Vikingi, for those of us who are 165 tweets done by 64 users. So considering we are 165, that tells us that about 1/3 of us were tweeting. 202,000 in terms of reach, and the very impressive impressions, 1.1 million. Now, let me break this down. This is big. This is a big deal because 1.1 means 1,100,000 people saw or read a comment on Twitter about this event. So that's a big deal. We're only 165, but somehow we reached 1.1 million people out there read something about this event. On Wednesday was our peak. We were the 6th most mentioned trend on Twitter. So yeah, it's a big deal. Somebody called Jeff Koinange. Where are we next year? Next year we are going to have our 12th user conference. Mark the dates, 4th to 6th October. And we are going to serikali ya awamu ya 5 ya Rais John Pombe Magufuli hapa kazi. So we are going there. Be prepared to work. Or somebody is welcoming us. Yes. Next, we want to yeah. Want to give some awards. Awards are good, nice things to give. So I'll welcome Judah to give some awards. It's a surprise. I don't know whether you are there. I think I will read first and then the people will come. Okay. I'll start with the presenters. Our first awardee is, if the awards can come please, Mr. John Esther from Rural Focus for his presentation in the utilities track. There he comes. Yeah, it's you.
The cameraman is there.
Next award goes to Kevin Bwire from Umeme.
Umeme, you're doing well.
Umeme.
Thank you.
Next is Sami Otinga from Kengen. Somebody on his behalf, please come. I believe this is Jane.
Yes. Thank you for your partnership.
Congratulations. That was for the utilities track. Next up, cross-cutting issues. First is Gertrude.
From which country?
Okay, next is
University.
John
Pierre.
Who was writing this?
Jean
Pierre Kitimano. How do you pronounce it? Kalushe?
Yeah.
Wewe, ex
Kalushe.
German brother.
Kalushe.
Félicitations.
Some French being exchanged here.
Yeah.
Next up, Stella Ogutu from National Land Commission. Stella Maris. Hello? Okay.
Yes, fine.
NLC colleagues,
Anyone? Are they the same?
Yes.
Finally, cross-cutting issues. Professor Simon Onywere, Kenyatta University.
Thank you, Professor, for that opportunity. Now write a book. Done?
Mheshimiwa Office. Before you leave, let me give you some.
We're also giving you a presentation.
Giving a thank you gift to Dr. Wilbur Utichilu, the Honorable MP for the Muhaya constituency. Thank you for joining us and for giving us a keynote. We really appreciate. Spending a whole day with a politician is a big deal. Natural Resources Track, Wale Singolo, National Environmental Management Agency, Kenya.
Nema, thank you very much for coming and for your presentation.
Next, Noreen Mutoro, Action for Cheaters.
She's left.
Not yet. Next up, National Mapping and Statistics, Lizami Ntonjira, Technical University.
What's her name?
Liz.
Thank you, Liz.
Next, Mr. Zachary Kanunu, Survey of Kenya. That is the award for happiest attendee conference. Kenneth Kasera, Regional Center for Mapping of Resources for Development.
Can you give us data?
Local government, Charles Keegan, Moi University. Charles Keegan. Modoni from IITA. Francis. Modoni. Francis. Hey, this is not fair. All right, up gallery winners. This one was hotly contested. For second place, after quite a bit of arguing between the judges, Monica Jerry for her map assessment of water quality in Ruiru River.